Good afternoon. My name is William Smith, principal of Westside High School, and I want to welcome you to this virtual recorded orientation and open house just to talk through some logistics, knowing that school is starting back next week. Before I get started, I hope that everyone is healthy and safe in this pandemic. If you are experiencing sickness or your loved ones are experiencing sickness, I hope for a speedy recovery and know that our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in our community and nation and world through this pandemic. First of all, I need you to log on to a website, www.rcboe.org/Westside. And at the top of that page, you're going to find a link. I'm going to share my screen so that you're able to see that link. And once you get to the page, at the very top, it says Westside High School Second Semester Plan of Action. As you know, the district released information recently that started to discuss what returning to school would look like. Well, returning to school starts next week, but there have been some changes, and I want to make sure that we cover those changes. As you notice, when you get to the top of the website and you click on that Second Semester Plan of Action, this document loads. This PDF goes into explicit detail of exactly what students are expected, and so that parents are aware. I am going to read a little bit of this document. I also invite you to visit this website outside of this recorded webinar to really get into the details of what's coming up. So on December the 12th, online students will start school. Students can log in on Monday morning, that's January the 11th, to Infinite Campus through Launchpad to see their schedule. As our online students are used to, they'll be following a synchronous, asynchronous schedule, and students will be logging into, again, Canvas for their classes. Since we're starting on Tuesday, students will be logging into first, second, third, and fourth period classes. Students will resume fifth and sixth period classes on Wednesday and seventh period classes on Thursday, as listed in their schedule. Students are required to log in to their synchronous classes each day, and work should also be completed on asynchronous days. As noted right there below our online students, again, this is just for online students, there's several links. And one of those links is talking about our schedule, so you'll know exactly where to log into. There's also information about tips for great start for our online learners, as well as FEV tutoring, which is a resource that provides a tutor to all of our students for all of our subjects at no charge. Our district has purchased this, and we highly encourage our students to take a part of this. If you need a refresh on Canvas, there's also a link here that'll take you to a district page that discusses the orientation and how to operate Canvas and to log in to your classes. The next section is for our face-to-face students. As you were told through the district, face-to-face students will not be returning to campus next week. We call our face-to-face students learn at home students. That is different than online students. There are also many similarities. Westside face-to-face students will start school on Thursday. So our online students start on Tuesday, but our face-to-face learn at home students start on Thursday, January the 14th, and will also be logging into Canvas for their classes. Now, since we're logging in on Thursday, we have to make sure we pay attention to our schedule. Just a reminder, students can also log in on Monday to Infinite Campus through Launchpad to see their schedule. Again, face-to-face students are called Learn at Home students if we have to go online, and they'll be called that until further notice. You will also be following a synchronous, asynchronous schedule. Please note that AP courses, if you're in an advanced placement course, you'll have additional login requirements that each of your teachers will cover with you. We actually broke down the schedule knowing that for our face-to-face students that have to learn at home, they're not as used to that schedule. So we broke it down by days. Since you are starting on Thursday, according to our asynchronous synchronous schedule, that is seventh period. So on January the 14th, seventh period is what you will log in, as well as your asynchronous work for all your other classes. So whether you're online or learn at home, there's always asynchronous work, meaning there's always work there that you could be doing. But for the 14th, you are required to log into 7th period. For the 15th, that is Friday. So according to our synchronous asynchronous schedule, there are no live classes on Friday. However, you do need to log in to still complete your asynchronous work. On January the 18th, all students, that is a holiday. That is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we will honor that day, and there will be no classes on that day. However, on the 19th, we have to pick those classes back up, and you'll be logging into 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th periods, as well as all synchronous instruction for the other classes. On January 20th, 5th and 6th periods will be logging in, as well as the asynchronous work for the other classes. On the 21st, which is Thursday, you'll be logging in to 7th period, as well as synchronous work for all other classes. On the 22nd, students do not have to log in to class, but there will be asynchronous work. The 22nd, again, is a Friday. On the 25th, which is a Monday, that is 1st and 2nd period, as well as synchronous work for all other classes. And then on the 26th, tentatively, students return to campus. We have resources listed under face-to-face students that are very similar. I do want to point out, especially that Canvas for our face-to-face learners that aren't used to logging in every day for class through Canvas at home. There's some information there if you need some refreshers. And there's also a schedule for these students as well that matches the online. So the synchronous, asynchronous periods are the same for all students, but we want to make sure that you do take a look at those resources. And again, FEV tutoring is there available. And I'm telling you, parents, that is a tutor that's available when you need it. It's an incredible opportunity at no cost. So please make sure you look at that link. As also noted on our handout here, the virtual open house recording, which is what I'm doing now, we're going to get that posted and make sure that link is hyperlinked. And then on Monday, January the 11th, there will be a live parent virtual chat session with administration. This was a very valuable piece that we put in last semester because there's so many things that are changing. We have to make sure we communicate as effectively as possible. But sometimes we do need clarification, and so parents, I highly invite you on January the 11th at 6 o'clock, and we'll run that for about an hour, to log in and ask any questions that you would need. You do not have to be logged in the entire time, but I would ask that you log in. If you have a question, get your question answered, you're more than welcome to log out, or you may want to listen to other questions as well. We want to do our best to get everyone on board. We know that we have, again, many variables in play, and we want to try to communicate this effectively as possible, knowing that there is always time that we may have to clarify. So again, if you go to our website, rcboe.org/Westside, and at the very top of the page, that link is the second semester plan of action. Parents, also, I want to scroll down on this website to make sure you're aware of our remind codes. These codes are for classes, seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. These codes are vital for instant communication that we send regularly, especially on Sunday evenings. And I want to reference Sunday evenings. Every Sunday evening, I usually make a phone call, and I also send out the weekly update. So if you're ever wondering exactly what I am discussing, the Parent and Student Weekly Update is also at the top of our website. If you click on that link and then click down, you will see all the Parent and Student Weekly Updates that have been issued this year. And this Sunday will be the next one, and it goes into a lot of detail. And I'm going to pull up one from December just so that you can see it. It's usually a few pages, but usually it's breaking down all the events for the week, and any other pertinent information that you might not can locate is hyperlinked throughout this entire document. So I highly recommend that you read our weekly updates to stay in the loop as best as possible, knowing that, again, there's so many moving parts. Our goal through this pandemic is to keep students, faculty, and staff and our community safe. And when we have to go to a complete virtual and online learning presence, we have to do the best we can in not only communicating, but we also need to make sure our students are logging in. Our teachers, and I told them yesterday, they are a beacon of hope for our community. They work endless hours. Teachers are working more now than they ever have to prepare what they need to present on the other side of the computer to our students. I want to thank our faculty and staff for that. Parents, also want to thank you for your patience. Students, this is for you. I need you logging in. I need you connecting with your teacher. We should hear from you each day that you're supposed to log in. Teachers should not miss you unless something comes up. But we don't want, an entire week or two to go by and we haven't heard from you. There's work that's put through Canvas daily and weekly that must be done. There are still due dates. We understand that we're in a pandemic and we will work with students. We will show grace and compassion when we need to. And we will be understanding when there's difficulties that may happen in life, especially during this time. But students, we also need to make sure you are putting your best foot forward. This is not a perfect approach to teaching and learning, but we're doing the best we can, and our teachers are doing the best they can. We ask that you do the best you can. We're proud of you, Patriots. We're exactly where we are in the 21st century with this technology. We're learning how to do this. It's a new way of learning, a new way of teaching, and we're proud of our Westside Patriots. That hasn't changed. For 50 years now, we have made it happen. And whether it's the faculty, staff, the students, parents, the community, Westside has just been at one of the top schools in the area for just years, and it's because of you. And I want to thank you for that. It's an honor being here. But students, I want to make sure you do understand, you got to log in. And I just want to express that. Students and parents also, just so you are aware, we do have various social media. We have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have Twitter, we have Snapchat, as well as we have Instagram. Facebook is our most utilized page to get as many updates as we can out, along with our social media and our remind codes. So we do want to make sure that you are getting connected through our social media accounts. A few other reminders that I want to push out there. All textbooks are online. We do have textbooks in our building. So parents, if a need comes up and you are needing a hard textbook, you can contact the school and request that. Also, we have lots of students that are face-to-face this semester, meaning there may have been students that were online that are coming back. What we tell those students now that we're going back to an online setting, if there is a technology issue need that comes up and you're not able to log in or connect to your work, please do not let a day go by, and please call the front office at our school. We will be here working from the hours of 8 to 3. You can call. If you have a technology need, I need you calling by Monday. Give us a call on Monday and let us know that you do not have the appropriate technology to do this work. We will take your name and we'll pull your schedule, and we will develop a packet, print you out a packet of your work, and let your parent and guardian know when to pick it up. Students, the work has to be done. So please make sure you're getting your work virtually or in a packet, and it must be turned in when we return. Tentatively, we're scheduled to return on the 26th. Report cards will also be coming out next week. Parents, we will communicate how you can access that, and the quickest, best way is through Infinite Campus. Grades are now finalized, and they will be available on Tuesday in Infinite Campus for first semester. Parents, if you desire a report card printed, you're more than welcome to call the school and request that, and we will print one for you. Students, just as a reminder, Monday morning you can log into Infinite Campus. We highly recommend to log into Launchpad to get through Infinite Campus to see your schedule for this semester. Many of you are taking the second half of the course that you took first semester. Part A was first semester, Part B is second semester. We also want to make sure you know that if there is a scheduling concern or question, you will need to contact the school. We've working very hard on our schedules this semester, and there may be a few things here or there that we may need to take a look at. We ask you to bring that to our attention. However, there will be no schedule changes without a proper rationale why. Meaning, if you took ninth grade lit or ninth grade English, Part A, then you have to take Part B. If you're taking certain classes first part of the year, you have to take the second half of classes the second half of the year. If you're missing Part B for whatever reason, those are the type of things we are aware of. If you're asking just to get out of a class because of whatever reason, you must take the second half of Part A. But if you see an error or a question or a concern, you're more than welcome to contact the school and get in touch with our guidance. With that said, until your schedule is changed, you must log into your classes. And what I can say is there will be very, very minimum class changes. In a pandemic, we're only able to offer so many classes. So it is vital to make sure that you are in a class. And if it's a change that needs to happen, we will look into it. And if that needs to happen, we will make the change. Again, however, until that change is made, please make sure you're logging into your classes every day that you're supposed to. Students, if there are any concerns with Canvas and you may not see a specific class listed, or you're not able to get in touch with the teacher, you're always welcome to go back to our website, click on staff and departments, and all of our teachers are listed here. You can click on their page and you're able to see their contact information, as well as many of them may have a welcome video, as well as their email address. That's one way that you can get in contact with them, is through their email. You can also message them through Canvas, and you can also contact the school, but the quickest way to get in touch with them is through email. Students, I am excited to get back this semester. Parents, I'm excited that teaching and learning can continue, and I'm thankful that you're on this journey with us. Here at Westside, we pride ourselves in many areas, and we also know there are many areas that we're working on to improve. I ask that if there's anything ever that comes up, it's a question or a concern, please bring that to the attention of our administration. You can contact any of us. You can contact myself. My name is William Smith again. You can contact our senior administrator, Ms. Hatch. You can contact our junior administrator, Mr. McRae, and you can contact our freshman and sophomore administrator, Ms. Norwood. You also can give a contact call to any of our guidance counselors by accessing our phones at the front office during the hours, again, of 8 to 3. As I started off with at the very beginning of this, I hope everyone is healthy and safe. As always, as I remind all of our students, faculty, and staff, please wear a mask, please social distance, please use hand sanitizer, and please do your best in keeping this virus from spreading. Patriot Nation, I'm proud of you, and I'm honored to work with you. We hope that you have a great start to school, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.